I do have a positive story.
What's
it's a
that?
sellout at Viejas Arena tomorrow night. A chance to see your Aztecs back in town as they take on Wyoming. Now joining us is the big center, the transfer from Illinois. He is BC Brian Carlwell. Brian, great to have you on the show. How's your week going so far?
It's going pretty good, man. Got back in town from BYU practice yesterday and today, and just getting ready for this win tomorrow.
A win! See, I like it. That's what I said. You guys will get back on track. Tell me about the altitude. I've never been to Provo, but just going through layup lines, going through warm-ups, getting your minutes, did you notice it dramatically, that altitude?
I definitely did. It definitely feels like you haven't ran 10 steps in 2 years. It hits you, and it hits you fast. But as long as you keep pushing through it, you get that second win, and it's almost back to normal.
Brian, you seem like you're a confident guy right now. You don't sound like your spirits are down. So take us into the locker room after that loss. What were the guys, how was the whole vibe of the team?
After the loss, it was pretty low. As you guys know, this is something that we haven't felt since Tennessee.
Right.
So it definitely felt like a new feeling. And, I think everybody was okay with that new feeling, but we just know that that's something we never want to feel again. Like, it hit, and it hit hard.
How much game tape do you guys watch in college? I know in the pros, they're paid to do this all throughout the day and night, but you also have to study. You're a student athlete. Do you have time to just rewatch these games over and over?
Well, me personally, I don't like to rewatch it over. Not now. I let it settle in for a little bit because it's still, to me, fresh in my head. I can remember the game, and it gets harder and harder to watch the more you remember it. But as long as you just keep doing your daily routines and keep practicing and just keep believing in yourself, then you can go back to that game later. Right before you play BYU, you see some of the mistakes we made mentally and physically, and you just try to learn from them and grow from them.
I was to say, is this going to be a learning thing for you guys? Will this fuel your fire, or is this a loss that you'll watch the tape, you'll break it down, and then by next week it's out of your mind and just go on with the rest of the season?
Well, it's never out of your mind. It's just more so to the back of your mind because, you have to focus on the next opponent. Coach always says the next game is the most important one. So it's definitely not out of our minds, but we have to push it to the side and prepare for, for the rest of the conference. But once BYU starts to roll around again, it's going to be fresh in everybody's mind, and, we're gonna watch, get the game film, break it down, and, like I said, just see what we did, learn from it, and hopefully improve from it.
Aztecs big man Brian Carlwell is our guest on Extra. I haven't made any excuses. I'm not saying the altitude's an excuse, but 22,700 screaming fans. We heard it was the loudest venue in the nation. How much did the crowd play a factor?
I'm not really sure. Like, I can't really speak for other players, but I just know for me, like, once we get playing, whether it's at home or away, like, you really don't hear that stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because you have to. There's so much going on through my mind, at least, that I'm just focusing, and I'm trying to like remember everything that we went through in practice, and just remember what the coach is like. I hear my teammates and I hear my coach. That's all I hear when I play. So I don't think it really affects. Once you go to timeouts and once they start that run, that initial outburst of the fans, yeah, it's like. It's so piercing, like your ears are really throbbing. But once the game starts playing again and you get to running, to me, I don't hear it.
Brian, I know the team ranked number 4 when you went into Provo, and it was a big game. But listen, BYU's ranked number 9. Were you kind of surprised that after the win, the fans actually stormed the court?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. But then again, we were ranked number 4, and we were undefeated. And the fans, they love their team, they support them, and to them that was probably the biggest win ever for them, which is fine, because that lets us know, like, we have that type of target on our back. Sure. We know what our opponents think about us, and I feel kind of a sense of respect from that, because they respect us that much to rush the court. It's kind of it's humbling in one sense, but also it lets us know we still have more work to be done because, like, seeing their fans rush the court was not a good feeling to me.
No, Aztecs back home tomorrow, taking on the Cowboys of Wyoming. All right, Brian, we've talked to you for 5 minutes, and we have not used the word Jimmer, but now we have to use the word Jimma. Is there a part of you, the fan in you? I know you're a basketball fan. Did you ever take a step back and say, wow, I'm watching something great, or was it just annoying to watch Jimmer?
I don't think it was either one, I just wanted to win. I see a person on their team hitting shots, you know, and then I go like, man, we need to find a way to contain this guy so we can get this win. But, you know, when you step back and you look at it, you see like that, yeah, he really is a great player. He has amazing range, you know, and his ball handling is, you know, better than I thought it was, you know, just, you know, watching him this year from last year. So he's definitely a good player, you know, and you definitely respect what he brings to our league. That's what it is.
You know, Kauai Leonard had a good game statistically. He had 22 points, about 17 rebounds. But all we heard is that he was sick, dealing with the flu. He had, the IV in him. Tell us, how sick was he? How bad did he look to you before the game actually started?
Actually, he was my roommate. Kauai's a champion. You know, I'll just say that. I'll leave everything else, you know, between me and him.
Sure.
But Kauai's my roommate, and I know for a fact that he was sick, and he got out there and he played. Kauai is definitely a champion.
Hand sanitizer for you? If he was my roommate, I would be
Oh yeah. You know, I would come in and check on him and go back in the hallway.
That's right, with the lights on.
My computer.
I got you. All right, Brian, give me a little preview of Wyoming. I haven't really seen him this year. How tough is it going to be tomorrow?
It's going to be real tough. You know, a lot of people, you know, just the average fan would say, okay, well, look at the record and say, okay, you guys got this win, no competition. But we definitely learned to respect all of our opponents. Coach Fisher has always preached that to us. And we watch game film on them, and they like to drive the ball. You know, they do an excellent job of getting to the paint, drawing contact, and getting to the foul line. So this is definitely going to be another challenge for us. You know, it's going to help us with our defense, you know, let us know what defensively where we're at, and it should be a good game.
That's good analysis. Would you ever want to do radio? When it's all said and done, would you ever want to just talk college hoops like we do on the air?
Yeah, I definitely would not mind doing that.
Nice.
Josh, Sherrod, and Big Brian.
Big B.
That'll be the name of the show. Brian,
Thanks.
We do appreciate the time as always. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thanks a lot, man.